So what we've got here is a leaking hose tap. Now it's the old style hose tap that is the tap washer. So there's two ways of doing it. You can look at replacing the washer, but these days for the cost of the tap, you don't look at doing that. It's probably not worthwhile. What we've actually got today is a quarter turn tap. So there's no tap washer anymore, which certainly makes it's a great idea and certainly the way of the future with taps. So what we'll do is we'll show people how we remove this hose tap, and there is a technique to doing that, believe it or not. Most people think that you can just straight away grab your shifter or your multi-grips and reef on the tap. The interesting thing to remember is this is where we get a lot of people get called out for breaking pipes in the wall or also on the ground, pipes coming out of the ground. And this is why. People try and undo the tap without holding against themselves, and you really need to make sure that you hold onto the other part of the body. So when you undo this tap, you're not actually bending or breaking the pipe behind it. Now this one's not too bad, so we can actually take that off there. And by holding against ourselves, it's just stopped us from damaging any of the fittings or pipe work, obviously going here attached to the wall. So what we've got now is a new tap, and it's got a new brass thread. Now you always need to rough that thread up. The reason for that is it helps with the Teflon tape, obviously grabbing. So grab a good quality Teflon tape, and obviously wrap that around the hose tap. Now I would normally wrap that around 7 or 8 times. Six, 7. Screw the tap back in. Now you have the same reason is when you're tightening this tap up, you should be holding against yourself also. So like what we did to remove the tap, we need to be doing that also for putting the tap back on. And as you can see here, I've got a hold of it just to take that pressure off. And because we've scratched that brass thread up, the tape is sticking quite nicely to that tap. All we need to do now is make sure the tap is nice and level. We'll turn the water back on and away we go, and that's a simple and easy way with holding against yourself to make sure you don't damage the water pipes to change a hose tap.